Welcome learners. Myself Dr. Ashna Shukla from Faculty of Library and Information Science, School of Social Sciences, IGNOU. In this session, we are going to discuss about national libraries. As you see the name National Library, it gives a pride type of feeling to us. National means a library which is there for the whole nation. National libraries are established to serve the citizens of a particular nation. These national libraries, they are also a form of a public library, but due to their uniqueness, they are known as national libraries and they are having a prominent role in the types of the libraries. So, today we are going to discuss about national libraries. In this section, you will be knowing about national libraries, their functioning, their objectives, their roles and the different examples of national library and how national libraries are evolving these days. So, I hope after this session you will be able to understand about the national libraries, their working and their examples also. So, a national library, they are a focal point of the nation in each country. These libraries were built to preserve, protect, conserve and perpetuate the nation's intellectual and cultural heritage. That is why these national libraries are very important for any nation, because they stand for that nation. They preserve and conserve the intellectual property of that nation for the future and the present generation. A very famous definition of national library is given by Harrod's Librarian Glossary and Reference Book. 1987 it was given, it was the 6th edition, in which a national library is defined as a library maintained out of government funds, serving the nation as a whole, books in such libraries being for reference also only. Libraries are usually copyright libraries. The function of such a library is to collect and preserve for posterity all the documents published in the country. Book purchased being published in other countries also. In 1970, UNESCO also gave a very important definition of national library. Libraries which, irrespective of the titles, are responsible for acquiring and conserving copies of all significant publications published in the country and functioning as a deposit library either by law or under other arrangements. They will also normally perform some of the following functions: produce a national bibliography, hold and keep up to date a large representative collection of foreign literature, including books about the country. They act as a national bibliographical information center. They compile union catalogues and they publish retrospective bibliographies also. Now, coming to the functions of a national library. Final report of the regional seminar on the development of national library in Asia and Pacific area, which was held at Manila in 1964, they gave the following functions of the national library: to provide leadership amongst the nation libraries, to serve as a permanent depository for all publications issued in the country, to acquire other types of material, to provide bibliographical services, to serve as a coordinating center for cooperative activities and to provide service to the government. So, as I already mentioned that generally these national libraries are a kind of a public library and they are maintained by government. So, they provide service not only to the citizens of that nation, but to the government of that nation also. Now, coming to the types of national libraries. Actually, first national libraries was established, but due to information explosion, coming of so many documents, it became difficult for a single national library to store all the collection or to serve all the users of that particular country. So, national libraries are also established by their functions, by the subject, by special groups they served, or by the geographical area or cultural groups. By function, we have a landing library, that is known as British Library Landing Division. It is the division of the British Library, which is the National Library of United Kingdom. By subject, we are having National Library of Agriculture, National Library of Medicine, National Library of Science. We are having in India also this National Medical Library situated in New Delhi, National Science Library. This is also situated in New Delhi. By special groups also we are having libraries, like for blinds, we are having National Library for Blind in United Kingdom. For legislators, we are having National Diet Library Japan, and for geographical area wise we are also having libraries, like we are having National Library of Scotland. Now coming to the National Library of India. Our National Library, this National Library is situated in Kolkata. The Constitution of India provides for the establishment of National Library under Article 62 of the 7th schedule of the Union List and declared it as an institution of national importance. The history of National Library of India, it is divided into 3 phases. In the first phase, Kolkata Public Library was founded by public men and scholars of Kolkata in 1835. In the second phase, the new library building called Imperial Library was formally opened to the public on 30th January 1903 at Metcalfe Hall, Kolkata. The third phase came when, after independence, the Government of India changed the name of the Imperial Library to the National Library. With the enactment of the Imperial Library Change of Name Act 1948. On 1st Feb 1953, the National Library was opened to the public. This was inaugurated by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, and B.S. Keshwan was appointed as the first librarian of the National Library. This is the website of our National Library, www.nationallibrary.gov.in, and this is the website of our National Library. Why I am showing this to you? Just to encourage you to visit this website and to see what a variety of resources are there in our National Library. And they are providing all type of services. They are having different sections also for the children, for the differently abled, for the languages, and many more other things. And for this you have to visit this library and you have to explore the resources available in the National Library of India, so as to become familiar with these resources. We are having following divisions in our National Library, in National Library of India. These are the 3 divisions: Professional Division, Conservation Division, and Administrative Division. Professional Division is the main division which is dealing with all the professional activities conducted in the National Library of India. It is further divided into 3 divisions: General Professional, Indian Languages, and Foreign Languages. In Indian languages, almost all the Indian languages, regional languages of India, they are covered. And for foreign languages, Government of India is having certain agreements from different governments, and they are also doing for those work for those foreign languages also. These are some of the important collections of our National Library, named as Buhar collection, Sir Jadunath Sarkar collection, Taibooth collection, Professor Vayapuri Pillai Palm Leaves collection, Asutosh collection, Sapru papers, Ramdas Sen collection, Professor C. N. Chakravarti collection. These are some of the important collections of our National Library of India. Then how the material or how the collection is developed in the National Library. As I mentioned, we are having a Copyright Act. So, books received through the Delivery of Books and Newspaper Acts. Then some books are purchased, gifts are there, people, eminent personalities, they are gifting their personal collection to the National Library. Some exchange policy is there where government is exchanging resources with our country to other countries, and this is also working as a depository library where a copy of every publication which is published in India, National Library is getting it free of cost. The broad category of publications which are acquired through purchase in National Library are books and journals on India in any language published anywhere in the world, Indian publications published before 1954 and not available in the library. Why before 1954? Because at 1954 that Copyright Act was passed, it was enacted. So, before that national libraries are not getting free copies of all the publications published in India. So, Indian government has to publish or our National Library has to publish the resources which is published before 1954. Then books by Indian authors published abroad anywhere. Then standard reference books like encyclopedias, dictionaries, almanacs, yearbooks, directories, etc. Then books on library, documentation and information science and technology, general histories, geography, sociology, etc. Biographies of eminent personalities of the world, rare and out of print books in microforms and in foreign languages. So, this is how library or we may say National Library of India is purchasing its collection. Now, coming to a subject library. This is a national subject library and the subject is medicine. It is known as National Medical Library. This is situated in New Delhi, India. National Medical Library aims to provide wide and efficient library and information services to the health science professionals in India. It functions under the administrative control of the Director General of Health Services. Not only India, many other countries, they are having subject libraries in science, medicine, agriculture, etc. So, this is the website of National Library of India. It is providing so many resources, not only print resources, but e-resources also, and it is working as a focal point for all the medical libraries situated in India. The next type of subject National Library is National Science Library. It is also situated in India. National Science Library NSL was started by CSIR in June 1963, and accordingly it started from National Physical Laboratory building. This National Science Library of India has over 2,51,000 printed collection of science and technology documents, which includes monographs, bound volumes of journals, reports, theses, standards and patents, etc. This is the website of National Science Library of India, www.nsl.niscare.res.in, because presently NISCARE is managing this National Science Library. This is the website, this is a screenshot of this website of National Science Library. We are having National Digital Library of India, known as NDLI. The National Digital Library of India is a project of Ministry of Human Resource Development under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. The objective is to collect and collate metadata and provide full text index from several national and international digital libraries as well as other relevant sources. So, the basic purpose of this National Digital Library of India is to provide the digitized or the digital resources to the users of the country. Why this National Digital Library is required? Because equity of access is there, and to bridge the digital divide, those who are not having access to these e-resources, e-books, e-databases, National Digital Library of India, they are providing these resources to all the users. The purpose is to develop a framework of virtual repository of learning resources with a single window search facilities. It is being developed by IIT Kharagpur, and this is the website of NDLI, www.ndli.iitkgp.ac.in. This is the screenshot of that website, where it is clearly written that one library all of India. So, these digital libraries, they are also acting now as national libraries. The main features of this National Digital Library of India is educational material are available for users ranging from primary to postgraduate level, means for all level of users they are having material in this National Digital Library. This NDL has been designed to benefit all kind of users like students of all levels, teachers, researchers, librarians, library users, professionals, differently abled users and all other lifelong learners. This information can be personalized based on the educational level, choice of language, difficulty level, media of a content and such other factors. This is thus a customized service provided in a 24/7 integrated environment where learners can find out the right resource with least effort and in minimum time. This is a repository which hosts content for multiple subject domains like technology, science, humanities, agriculture and others. More than 60 types of learning resources are available like books, articles, manuscripts, video lectures, thesis, etc. Items are available in more than 70 languages, and this repository, this National Digital Library, it integrates contents from different Indian institutional repositories. As I already mentioned you that these contents are generated by the different institutions located in India and they are contributing to this National Digital Library. Then coming to some of the important national libraries all over the world. Library of Congress is one of them. The Library of Congress, it is situated in Washington DC and is the largest library in the world. It was established in 1800. It has a collection of millions of books, recordings, photographs, newspapers, maps and manuscripts in its collection. The library is the main research arm of the US Congress and the home of the US Copyright Office. The website of this library is www.loc.gov.in, and this is a screenshot from this library where you can clearly see that Ask a Librarian, a kind of a online reference service is available there and users are using that type of service. So, it is also a very important national library. Then comes to the second example, this is British Library. It is the National Library of the United Kingdom. It gives access to the world's most comprehensive research collection. It provides information services to academic, business, research and scientific communities. The collection of this British library is over 170 million items, which includes artifacts from every age of written civilization. The library keeps the nation archives of printed and digital publications, adding around 3 million new items to the collection every year. The website of this British library is www.bl.uk. This is the website. Then coming to the National Library of France. In French language, it is known as Bibliothèque Nationale de France. It is one of the largest heritage, public and research libraries in the world. Throughout its history, it was always performed the task of collecting and preserving national and global collections in its care in any form for the benefit of all. And this is the screenshot from the website of National Library of France. The next important national library is National Library of Australia. The origin of the National Library of Australia goes back to the early years after Australian Federation in 1901, when the Commonwealth Parliamentary Library served both federal parliament and the nation. In 1927, the library was moved from Melbourne to Canberra with the relocation of parliament, and the website for this National Library of Australia is www.nla.gov.au. This is the screenshot of the website. Then national libraries for the specific groups. This is the example of National Library for the blind. This library provides library and information services to visually impaired people, providing a free postal library service to blind and partially sighted people. The website is www.rbkc.gov.uk. This library is situated in United Kingdom, and this is the National Library for the blind and serving to this special or specific group only. The next is National Diet Library, Japan. This library is meant for the legislators. This is also a specific group. The National Diet Library has two origins. One is the libraries of the House of Peers and the House of Representatives in the former Imperial Diet established in 1980, and the other is the Imperial Library established in 1872 under the Ministry of Education. Most of these collections was transferred to the present National Diet Library of Japan. The NDL supports the Diet and assists the activities of Diet members using its professional expertise in research and accumulated information resources. So, this is a screenshot from this National Diet Library of Japan. The National Library of Scotland. The National Library of Scotland is a reference library with world-class collection. It is also Scotland's largest library and one of the major research libraries in Europe. This collections ranges from rare historical documents to online journals covering every subject, and they specialize in Scotland's knowledge, history and culture, and the website is www.nls.uk. This is the website from National Library of Scotland. Then coming to a very new concept, not very new, but this is the emerging concept as far as the national libraries are concerned. I told you about National Digital Library of India. Similarly, we are having World Digital Library. This is a digital library on the world level, international level. This World Digital Library is a project of the US Library of Congress, carried out with the support of the United Nations Educational, Cultural and Scientific Organization, UNESCO, and in cooperation with libraries, archives, museums, educational institutions and international organizations from around the world. The website of this World Digital Library is www.wdl.org. This is the website of this World Digital Library. This World Digital Library makes it possible to discover, study and enjoy cultural treasures and significant historical documents on one site in a variety of ways. Content on the VDL includes books, manuscripts, maps, newspapers, journals, prints and photographs, sound recordings and films. The countries representative in World Digital Library is 193, language representative in this are 145 and the searchable content pages available are 3,61,820 till date. It is increasing every day. Now, coming to the last of this discussion, today we have discussed about national libraries, their importance, their functions and their types. We also saw some examples of national libraries. Examples, the main national libraries like National Library of India, Library of Congress which is the National Library of USA, British Library which is the National Library of UK, National Library of Australia and National Library of France. These are the main national libraries of the major nations. Apart from that, we also saw some libraries, some national libraries according to the subject like National Medical Library, National Agricultural Library, National Science Library and for a specific group of users like National Blind Library, for a specific geographical area like National Library of Scotland. And apart from these, we also discussed two national libraries, or we may say one national and one international library, that is digital library, National Digital Library of India and World Digital Library. Those are required because the trend of libraries are changing these days. Similarly, we are having OCLC also, who is providing services to the library users since long. So, these are the trends in as far as the national libraries are concerned. In this discussion, I told you about certain websites also. The purpose is to encourage you to visit these websites so as to explore the resources of these national libraries as well as the digital libraries. Thank you.